Money. Money is probably one of the most important thing on this planet because money controls how we act, how we feel and how we spend our entire life. So let's be honest, we all want money, right? Nobody would say out there that I don't need money. There won't be a single person out there who will say that I don't require any money because either that person is lying or he and she is an alien. Now there are a lot of myths regarding money. Like people say that more money equals more happiness and probably vice versa. More money leads to less happiness. But is this really simple? How important money is for happiness? Let's discuss in this video. So let's be honest with each other. We all want to make more money, period. We all want money. It really doesn't matter in which field you are. If you're working, if you're a business class, if you're just a student, everybody desires to have more money in their life, right? But here I see a lot of misconception in our young generation regarding money. They believe that if I have this X amount of money in my life, then I'll be happy. Because without that X amount of money, my life will never be sorted. I can never have happiness in my life no matter what. And right now, I might not be happy because I lack money. I need that money in my life no matter what. This is the mindset of the young generation, and believe me, it's something that we need to talk about right away. I have read a lot of books. I have learned a lot about the rich celebrities out there, the business tycoon, the 1% population. I have read a lot of autobiographies, learned about their lifestyle. And from that, I tend to realize one thing, that the relationship between money and happiness is really complicated. So I'm going to divide this video into 3 parts that will help you out in understanding whether money equals happiness. Part 1. Yes, money does buy happiness. Let's face it, we all have problems, right? It really doesn't matter where you come from, which race, which gender, which country, how much you are earning, whether you are rich or poor. We all have different sort of problems. It depends upon from person to person, from different situations, from different scenarios. The problems like finding happiness, love, respect, purpose, freedom. There are a lot of problems that we face. Now let's take this a little further. I'm assuming that you don't have any money. You are a broke person. And with all these problems that we discussed earlier, now there are money problems. Money problems like, what about the rent? What about food, the clothes? What about the healthcare system, especially in the COVID scenario? And what about all the materialistic things? We live in a world, right, where we have a lot of desires. We live in a social media world where we need a lot of things that money can provide. And unfortunately, if we don't have money, if we are broke, then all these problems will lead up to a different situation and a combination of daily life problems plus money problems. So from this, we conclude that there will be a problem. But if we have money, then these problems related to money won't be a problem at all. And from that, we conclude that money do buy happiness. I've read this beautiful quote and it says, money can't buy happiness, but it can make you awfully comfortable while you're being miserable. Part 2. Why money doesn't buy happiness. See, we as a human being, we desire to live in a comfort zone, right? For example, you're working in a job day in and day out and suddenly you got a promotion. You feel amazingly well, right? Because there's a high designation. You get a raise in the money, right? And in the coming few months, in the coming few years, you get comfortable with that designation, with that salary. And now you want more. You want to achieve more. You want to have more money, right? And this kind of mindset will never lead you towards happiness, even though you have an ample amount of money. If I take an example, a person who just won a lottery and with time, they return to their baseline level of happiness. That's what happened in KBC, the Indian version of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. There's a person called Sushil Kumar who won 5 crore rupees by winning the game. And now that person is broke. He don't have any money. He don't have any job. His personal life is in turmoil and he's back to square one. The reason was because he was not able to cope up with the scenario, with the money, with the comfort zone. Because money gave him happiness just for a short time. And later, he was back in his own miserable life. That's what happened when we buy a new phone, right? We feel a sense of happiness straight away. There's a new phone in the market and we buy it. For a few months, we feel amazingly well. We feel great about it. But in the coming time, and there's a new brand of phone which get launched, and out of the blue, the phone that you love the most means nothing to you. That's what happens when we compare things, and with time, it leads us towards expiration dates. Let's say if my friend is earning more than me, then in that sense, I might not be happy at all, even though I'm earning a handsome amount, because we live in a social media world where we are comparing everything. Every part of our life is getting compared by the people we are surrounded by, right? And that is the reason, no matter what, money might not be able to guarantee happiness. I want to give you my own example. That few years back, I was working in a firm and I was in a desperation of wanting a promotion. I was sleeping over that thought that I want to have promotion no matter what. I want to increase my designation. I want to increase my salary. And I see my seniors probably every day, every alternative day, they're making a PowerPoint presentation and sending me around 3 a.m. in the morning. Yes, I was checking the email when I'm waking up, but that sense of realization make me understand that I don't want to be in that person's shoes. I don't want that designation. I don't want that promotion because I don't want to work my ass off at 3 a.m. in the morning and make that stupid PPT. No. That was a sense of realization that probably opened my eyes. I was wrong because I was thinking that when I'm going to get that promotion, that will make me happy. When I'm going to get a raise in my salary, that will make me happy. But that was not the case. Happiness lies within. It really doesn't matter in which situation you are. You can find happiness no matter what. Part 3 is, to what extent does money buy happiness? Now the main question arises is, what is happiness? That truly depends upon from one person to the other. Just like success, right? Because for one person, success means earning a $1 million per year. And from other person, it's just to have a decent amount of money in their bank account and having a loving wife with 2 kids. That might be success to that person, right? That depends upon from one person to the other. Now there's a website called Visual Capitalist in which they used over 1 million real-time reports from a large US sample groups. And a recent study found that happiness increased with reported income and continue to rise beyond $80,000 years mark. They divided the person according to the annual income and evaluated upon well-being and experience of well-being and a person's moods and feelings throughout the daily life. And the person who is earning more than $80,000 per year, they have a positive well-being towards a life. Now that depends upon which country you are from, but the gist of that study suggests that if you have more money, then you are more inclined towards happiness because it's give you a sense of freedom towards the thing that you want from that life. And money will provide you a happiness because you can get the materialistic thing and all the things that we have discussed in the part 1. That won't be a problem when we have enough money. But still it depends upon from situation to situation, from person to person. There are 7 billion people out there in this freaking world. 7 billion people. And still you love that one person in your life. You want that person in your life no matter what. And it really doesn't matter if you're a billionaire and if you have a lot of fancy cars. There might be a probability that this specific person won't love you back. So it really doesn't matter if you're a billionaire. You might not be happy because that person is not besides you. I've read this quote that it's good to have money and the things that money can buy. But it's good to check up once in a while and make sure you haven't lost a thing money can't buy. So now if I want to conclude this video and the question arises again, does money buy happiness? The answer is yes, it does, but up to a certain limit. Money is not everything, but money is something very important. I hope you understand this video and I hope with this mindset, you're going to implement all these things which you have learned in this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my videos. Do also follow me all over the social media. Before going, if you want, you can also watch this video. This will also help you out in understanding your well-being. My name is Vaiibhav Nigam. Till then, I will see you soon. Take care. Cheers.